Alright, so here's a little vid on making charcoal. Here, we'll do this. Basically, this is wood charcoal, and basically, you have your coals here, your embers. And you want to save these embers for later in the same form they're currently in. So, god damn it, this thing's smoking way too much. When blowing on a fire, you're just blowing away the white ash here to let the hot smoldering embers let off their heat. You don't have to blow hard, just a low, constant, steady breeze will do. And then you're following the rule of 3 to 5 blows. Anything more than that is good too, but at least 3. Just totally blow it in there. Fuck yeah. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. So, these embers are a little too broken down in here, you know, see how they just break apart? That's you don't want that, that's too much. This up here, you can see there's stuff that still hasn't even turned black, that's not enough. So that's, you know, following the Goldilocks principle. Too little, too much. You want it just right, so that when you're tapping on it, that's a good one right there. It doesn't break apart. You want it dark. You want, ideally, you want it black the whole way through. Oh, check out that color flame. That's really cool. Oh, that's from the plastic. Never mind. I thought it was coming off the wood. And those colors are different gases as well, and it's also an indicator of temperature. You know, different colored gases would let off different temperatures, so that's really good. You may notice from my camping stove, it's a blue flame, which is a lot cleaner and hotter than the wood flame. So basically, when you have your coals, or I should say embers, down to a certain level, you just smother them. Where did it go? Oh, camouflaged. There's my little trowel. I'm just gonna bury this, and that takes the oxygen away from your heat fuel oxygen triangle. It's also a good way to deal with your campfire, to keep it from spreading. You know, there are more, if you want to get more advanced, you want to make sure there are no, you're not igniting any roots or underlayer of duff or anything like that. You see idiots making rings of rocks, you know, making a circle of rocks, and that's okay for a surface fire. You know, it allows the air to go through the rocks and whatnot. It inhibits sparks jumping out to some degree, but that's really ignorant, and you shouldn't do that unless you absolutely have to. The best way to have a fire is to dig a hole in the ground, just down to regular earth. Make your ring of soil or whatever. If you want to get more advanced, just draw some trenches. Like, here's your hole. Draw some trenches out so that the air can get in there. Okay, and then when you're done, you know, when you're done with your fire, just bury it. That way you're not scouring rocks, you're not fucking up the landscape, you don't have a bunch of embers all over the place. All you niggers who throw your beer cans and bottles and other shit in there, you know, that's not going to be all over the place. So, you know, you just bury it. It's very simple. Now, when I uncover these embers, they're probably still going to be hot and burning, but just see the smoke, that means they're still cooking there. But in the interest of time, I'm just going to dig that up. Can actually do that to speed things up. You probably don't want to make your stir things up when you're making charcoal, because then you have all the dirt mixed in. You don't want that. But you know, you uncover you know, that's all covered up. You uncover it, you pick up your charcoal, and there it is. It's ready to go. Now all you have to do is reignite it. You know, the best way to reignite it is to just soak it with some oil, you know, lighter fluid. That's a type of oil. It's a really dangerous oil, way too flammable, way too combustible. I don't recommend using lighter fluid for anything really, but that's what they do. So one of the best ways is just to soak it, you know, soak it with oil, something flammable. And then, but if you don't want to do that, if you don't have those resources even, you can reignite this just with regular fire. You know, just make your little fire, get your kindling, put your heavier stuff up on top, allow for proper airflow. You know, don't hide the middle, let everything breathe. You know, maybe stack up some other fuel around it to dry out and get ready for when the fire goes down. You can just put that right on top.